Hey there, awesome person. Welcome to today's video. This is the One Tarot channel with the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. This is a video that's going to be looking at the whole package, the box, the deck, the book, and potentially my own idea, like my own opinions or whatnot. But basically, the purpose of this is more about just kind of showing you what this is all about. If you're interested in watching a flip through of the cards, just seeing the cards and nothing else, then do check out the description for this video. I do have links posted to 4K flip throughs, one recorded vertically for phone users and the other one horizontally for any other screen. So if you just want to look at the cards, check out the description and hit one of those links and you will be able to watch the cards in 4K. Otherwise, if you want to take a deeper look at this set of cards, then you are in the right place, and let's jump right in. So this is a deck by Amanda Lovelace, and I'm not going to attempt to pronounce the name of the artist, but I will show it on screen. I'm glad that they are including the artists on the box. A lot of times the artists don't get a shout out, which is the weirdest thing to me because I feel like without the art, there's no deck. They're probably, I would say, in my opinion, 80% of the deck, but okay. This is a deck published by Andrews McMeel, and this is the box. So I'm just gonna show you all around the box. This is the back, and it does, the gold is reflective, so it's quite nice. Yep, there it is. I hope you caught that. So it's nice to have that detail, actually. It's quite pretty. And it's a good sturdy box. So it will keep your cards and books safe. And it's not too big, it's not too thick, so it doesn't take too much space if you want to put it on a bookshelf or something. So I like it. But anyways, diving in. So this is the inside. The inside of the box has a really pretty black finish. It's nothing extravagant, but it's just very simple and just very, it's simple and kind of, I wouldn't say elegant, but just, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. It's nice. I like it. Clean, simple and clean, and it works really well, in my opinion, with the golden stuff. So I think what I like is that it's a continuation from the, like, this is black and this is black, and it looks, because I have light shining on it, it doesn't look like a very deep black. Also there's light reflecting on this, but I just really love how it's continued to the inside of the box, and I think that's what gives it that clean feel to it. But it's just a box, so we're gonna stop talking about that and move on. So inside, what we get is the deck, and we get the book, and they throw in this piece of paper sometimes. I don't know why. We're gonna put that away, and we're gonna take a look at this. So here are the cards. This little elastic does not come with the cards. That's just something of my own that I'm using on my cards to keep them from separating, and yeah, it's my own thing. This is the book. They did, I'm sure, come with something. Like, usually decks will come with some sort of plastic or paper that's wrapped around them, or like a full thing of plastic, or even like a wrapped in plastic plus the plastic band or paper band around them. So this, I'm sure that this deck did as well, because it's pretty standard. I can't say for sure, but because I can't remember, but it's a pretty standard practice. But anyway, here are the cards. This is the book. The book is not very thick, if you can see that. It is slightly bigger than the cards are, though. And it has that same continued feel of the box, which is nice. So it's the same picture. It even includes all this detail here. I think it's just a replica. it looks like it's just a replica of the box. And then the back of the book also has an image on it, which is quite nice. Quite simple. It has the publishing company right here, and that's it. And an image of one of the cards here, which is really cool. And I just noticed this is really cool. This deck, which I didn't actually know until I went to do deeper I can't speak, deeper dive into this deck, that it is made of princesses, witches, and mermaids. And I'm pretty sure this is one of the cards in this deck. We'll see, but I'm sure I've seen it. Or maybe I'm just like, oh, I saw it on the back of the book, so I think it is. But I'm pretty sure it's in there, and why wouldn't it be in the deck if it's on the back of the book? But I think it's just really cool how all of the different themes are incorporated into the card. So I'll try to find it and see if I can during this video. But I just wanted to point that out. So yeah, so that's the book, the deck, and the book. I also want to point out that what you're seeing here, that is not part of the original design. That is water damage. Unfortunately, I was traveling with this deck, as I had to do in the past, and somehow the bag that it was in ended up getting water spilled in there or something, and it damaged the book. But so I'm just pointing that out, that's water damage. If you get a deck, you should not see this. So that's just my own. But anyway, taking a look inside. So it's not a very thick book. Excuse me, mainly it's just a description of the cards, but it has sort of the standard stuff that books usually do. Apparently the author also published books, and so this is just a list of the books that, or some of the books at least, that she has written. And then it goes straight into so I don't even know where the like copyright information is. I guess it would be at the back. Usually it's at the front, but it doesn't seem to be here, which is kind of nice actually. And then it goes into an introduction. So surprisingly, this book doesn't actually have a table of contents. I wish, like, not that it's that big of a deal, but like it would kind of be helpful if it did, because it does have a little bit of information at the front here, as you can see, things like questions that are answered from the author or by the author and stuff. Some standard things like, I mean, we do have the introduction, and then there's things like, what's the difference between tarot and oracle cards? And aren't tarot and oracle cards evil? And what's your intention with this oracle deck, Amanda? Amanda being the creator, and stuff like that, right? So because there's not that much information here, like it's not a very large intro, and like the questions and the answers are pretty short. But it would be kind of nice to be able to have like a reference guide to what is being asked and answered. Not even the page numbers so much, but obviously that would be also good. But also just to like, you know, if you had an introduction and just had one by one, then you could kind of look at and see what you wanted to check out. I mean, not that big of a deal, but I'm kind of surprised. I'm just kind of surprised there's no intro here. But yeah, that's basically it. So we have a few pages of that. It's probably helpful information to some people, especially like people who are new to decks and stuff. And then it goes into the cards. So the bulk of the book obviously are the cards. And then it goes into the about the author, about the artist, and here is the copyright information. And I love how it's at the back. I really like that. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. If I have, I don't consciously remember that I have, but I really like how it's in the back. That's really cool. Oh, I wish those, like, I don't know why, like, I feel like that should be at the back. standard practice, but whatever. Okay, anyway, so let's take a look at the inside of the book. So we have princess cards, and we have witch cards, and we have mermaid cards. And let me show you one of the cards here. Okay, card number 25. So they are numbered, and they have a keyword and what that keyword represents. So we're going to take a look at in the book for this card. So if you can see there, the book does have a copy of the card. Let me kind of shine a light if I can. Hopefully you can see that quite well. So we have like a grayscale picture, kind of small, but it's there. We have the keyword mural, and we have what that represents here, be your own first priority. And then we have a little bit of a description about this card. And so that's basically the theme of this book for card descriptions and stuff like that. It's not too in depth. There's not a ton of information, but it's more than just 2 sentences, right? So let's take a look at what mural what mural is for this card, and just kind of how the author created this. So mural, be your own first priority. Whatever you're currently grappling with, you must put yourself first. When you're on an airplane, they always tell you to put on your own oxygen mask before you try to help your neighbor with theirs. That is to say, if you don't make sure your own energy bar is full, then you'll have no energy to give to someone else. Be brave enough to admit when you need to take a step back from the demands of others and work on making sure you're okay. So it's not very deep, but it's very sound advice. I like that. Let's take a look at a random card, another random card. We have card number 13, Lioness. Okay, so again, we have that picture in grayscale. We have the keyword, and then we have what the keyword represents. So it says, you've earned all your stripes. Lioness, you've earned all your stripes. Naturally, sometimes with growth comes a little scarring. You've come incredibly far, and you should be proud of the person you've become. Think of your scars not as a reminder of the pain you've had to endure in the past, but as proof that you can survive anything. So, yeah, I really like this. I really appreciate the descriptions here. I want to check out one more, gold, because it was kind of calling into me. So I wonder if there's anybody here that might be watching this that this could actually speak to. So I'm gonna show you this one too. So this card number 36, gold, you don't need someone else to fix you. I love that. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we have you don't need someone else to fix you. Someone is trying to convince you that you're broken beyond repair. Unless you accept their helping hand, of course. If someone offers to fix some part of you, it's not because they're being selfless or kind. They know that you're in a vulnerable place and they want to make you entirely dependent on them. Tell them no, thank you. You know exactly how to put the gold in your own cracks. Okay, so I feel very conflicted about this. That's not a description I like. I like the other two. I felt like the other two were very empowering and very good. I felt like with the other two descriptions, it was very short, very to the point, and it was just like nuggets of wisdom, right? And I know this is an oracle deck, so like let's say she channeled this information and she like channeled the information specifically for this card. So specifically for this card, maybe she channeled the fact that it is somebody who, like, this is a situation of disempowerment for you, right? But I don't like the message here that just because somebody wants to kind of like offer themselves to you, that it means that they are trying to somehow take advantage of you, make you dependent and stuff like that. It's kind of, I feel like that's a really unhealthy way of putting things. Don't like it actually, but I'm not gonna get stuck on this card. Yeah. So usually when I use this deck, I don't actually look into the book. I just kind of look at the pictures and I look at the keywords and the description, and we'll get into all of that. But I'm actually really disappointed with what I saw here, and I'm glad I did, because I'm able to show you this. And I don't think I'm gonna look at any more cards, but that's kind of what this, I guess this is. And I wonder if I never really resonated so much with the book, because I did take a look inside before, but I kind of decided not to use it, which I'm gonna actually start talking about now, because this kind of brings me to a point. I really wanted this deck. When I saw that it was coming out, I was like, this seems like such an oops, sorry for the shake. I was like, this seems like such an empowering deck. Like, this is something I wanted in my life, and I was really excited to get it. And when I did get it, I was like kind of disappointed, and I was almost like, you know what, like if I had looked at this before I purchased it, I might have literally passed up on it, unless I had like just honestly like endless amount of resources, and I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna buy a random deck, like it doesn't really matter, like I just want a new deck. You know, it doesn't have to be something that I'm gonna connect with really deeply. Then I would have bought it, but like otherwise, and this is just my opinion, so I'm not saying this deck is bad, and I'm not saying that other people don't connect with it. It's just me personally, I don't feel like this is so much a deck for me. Like, I can use it and I can get information from it, and I do use it, but it's definitely not one of those go-to decks for me usually. Sometimes I do reach for it, but I have like more better decks that I have a better connection with. So I don't know if it's the artwork, the colors. I can't really tell, because it's like the art is nice, the colors are nice. I love witches and mermaids and princesses. I didn't even know that was a theme of this deck. So it's like, how do I not know that this is a theme of this deck? It's like I really am not connected to this at all for some reason. I don't know. But this is what this deck is all about, right? Maybe it's just too happy looking. Like, I don't know, like a little bit childish for me. But again, this is just me. I'm not like, I like fairy tale things and all that stuff. So I don't really know. It's kind of hard for me to place. It's just, I'm not really sure. Like, these cards are great. They're brilliant. I like the size of them for Oracle cards. And I will talk about the size of this as well. I love how like different kinds of women are represented on this deck. And of course, this is women only. I'm pretty sure there's no men in here. So it's that kind of a deck, but at least it has an incorporation of like different body types, and even we have like different faiths and different ethnic groups and stuff, which is really cool. Like inclusion, but only of the female. Yeah, so these are the cards. And again, flip through if you're interested in a 4K flip through. I love this. Dragons, slay them all. I love this. That's so cool. But yeah, 4K flip if you want. If you're interested, it's in the description of just the flip through of the cards. I don't know why these are upside down, some of these. So this is the card that's on the back of the box. No, the back of the book. That's it. See? It's very cool. I like that. I like this. This is such a cute card. I love this. Why am I not connected to this deck? This is so perfect. It's just so girly and girly. I love it. I don't know. But more of the cards. Evil Queen, I love that. Okay, so now you have an idea of kind of what the cards look like inside. Again, if you want a better view, check out that 4K flip through. But in terms of the general idea, there you have it. The size of the cards, I think they're pretty standard for Oracle. This is a standard tarot card. So just to show you the difference, that's what we're looking at. There you go. So they're pretty large, but in terms of Oracle cards, they're not the largest deck I have, but they're on the either average to large, average large probably. The cardstock is nice. It's kind of laminated, but not terribly. It doesn't have a very huge reflection on it. I don't think I ever struggle with anything like I can't see into the deck, into the card, because there's like light reflecting or anything like that. It shuffles really well. It's very comfortable to shuffle. No issues with that. Beautiful. It shuffles beautifully. I love it. Very easy to shuffle. Very easy to work with. Oh, and I forgot to show you, this is the back. So I wonder why there is, because this is a deck of fairies. No, not fairies. Witches, princesses, and mermaids. Only the princesses are, I guess, sorry about that shake, represented here. I wonder why, but it is what it is. Unless I'm missing something, but I'm pretty sure there's no mermaid representation or witch here. But anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing that out. So these are the cards. That's the size, the card stock. In terms of like thickness, it's a decently thick deck of cards. And again, compared to this tarot deck I have, if you kind of look at the size of that, so the tarot has 78 cards, I believe. This one has 45 cards, this deck. So it's kind of a comparison here. And yeah, that's the deck. I do want to say that unfortunately it is starting to show wear from the shuffling and the use, and I'm not sure what that is on it, but that's a black speck that's not supposed to be, so it's attracting something. But what I wanted to point out is, can you see that right there? So it's starting to kind of wear around the edges a bit. And I have used it, even though I can't connect to this deck very well. I have given it an effort. I have used it more than a few times, and I will continue to use it more than a few times. So I do want to say that it's not something that happened immediately. It did take a bit of time before it started to kind of show that wear around the edges. So it's not like a terrible quality of cards or anything like that. It's more from actual use. So yeah, so just wanted to point that out. So if you like this deck, unless the publisher changed or like changed their card stock or any of the stuff that they're using, this would be a pretty decent quality deck. Probably not the best, but like better than bad, better than medium bad. Yeah, what am I even saying? I don't know. But these are the cards. Let me think of the, oh right. I'm thinking like, what else can we do here? Let me show you, like, if you're doing a reading or something, how that would look in a reading. Obviously there's no reversals as well, so just to keep that in mind, you will be able to tell when a card is reversed. And of course there's also no reversal meanings in the description of these cards, so just keep that in mind if that is something that's important to you. But yeah, let's just randomly choose some cards. We're gonna go, here we go. Let's say you're doing a reading and you want to see what this is gonna look like in your reading. So we have raindrops and take a chance on them. That's so interesting. Take a chance on them, swim away from this situation. That is such a contradiction. It's like, which way do you go, left or right? But anyway, I just also want to point out that this card, number 35, where did number, I think that the other one was number 36. So if like number 35 was like, because it's literally saying swim away from the situation. If number 35 was like somebody is trying to like kind of like take your power away, like you need to move away from this, I would totally get that, right? I would totally be like, okay, that makes sense, right? But the number 36 was the gold. You don't need someone else to fix you type of thing. And like, that's great. Like, you don't need somebody else to fix you. You can do this on your own, but that doesn't mean that if somebody's here to offer your help, they're doing it because they want to disempower you. Like, I just have a really bad yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I just don't think it's fair to say something like that. But like with the shark, swim away from the situation. Think of this as the Lover's reverse from traditional tarot. You've been hanging around a bloodthirsty shark and they've hurt you before. This could refer to a lover, or it could refer to another loved one, such as a friend or family member. To put it simply, you deserve better treatment and you're never going to find it with them. Leave now. Situations like this often grow so dire that you no longer feel safe swimming away. So, yeah. So, yeah, again, like, I feel like that is called for in this card, because that description, because of, what it literally says on the card and just the situation. But also, I don't know, maybe that's why I don't really use this deck so much, because this is very specific and like, I don't know, it's kind of hard, it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of weird to base big decisions on something that a person just wrote in a book. And I understand, like, I love divination and, you know, being guided and receiving messages and stuff like that. But this is just so, like, black and white. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it can be helpful, but I think I don't use this book, and I feel like there's no really like nugget of wisdom here. Like the first two cards I loved because I felt like there was wisdom in that. Like you could really pull wisdom out of those and apply them to like different situations, but these not so much. Let's see number 39. Okay. Raindrops. Take a chance on them. If anything has a reason to keep their... wrong. If anyone has a reason to keep their guard up, it's you. People have been known to mistreat you, and like any rational person, you finally got tired of it. Went back inside, locked the door. But you weren't supposed to stay out of the rain forever, no matter how terrifying the prospect may seem. You need to put yourself out there again. Whoever it is you're thinking of, they can be trusted to walk with you through the storm. So again, like very specific. And I mean, oracle cards are, right? Like this is just the creator, and I'm not like, I'm not hating on the creator of the deck or anything. It's just I can't really, it just doesn't resonate with me, and I think it's a great deck. Like I think a lot of people probably love it, but I just kind of have a hard time connecting with it a little bit. But like I said, I do use it. I've used it, and I'm going to continue to use it. And it's just one of those decks that are I could take it or leave it, but since I have it, I use it. So yeah, so I don't know if there's anything else really that I need to say about this. If you enjoyed this, if you love the artwork, then I'm sure you'll be very happy with it. You can definitely use these cards without going into the book, and the nice thing about the book is that it's not very long, so you can pull a card and have a quick read through it, and just kind of take what's in there if that's what you want to do, and it's not going to take long. It's not heavy or hard or with like lots to think about and kind of digest and things like that. So that's really nice. It's kind of like lighthearted with some deeper themes, so that's really nice. That's kind of what I like about it, because it is so lighthearted. It does fit kind of the theme of the artwork and stuff like that. So that's really well done. I want to say that the messages that we see in here, they can be heavy, as we've seen, but it doesn't get too heavy into things. So yeah, a pretty neat deck overall. And like I said, as long as you can connect to it and you love the artwork, then this is a good one to have. I think it's good, pretty much good quality. The numbers are easy. Like they don't get into the way of the image, and they don't get lost. You're not, like, I'm never struggling to see like, hey, what's the number? Although again, to be fair, I don't really look into the book, but like even here when I was recording, I wasn't struggling to find the number, so it's really good. And you can definitely use this without the book as well, because we do have the keywords. We have the image, we have the keywords, and we have the description of that keyword, right? For example, wings. You never needed those wings to fly. So whoops, I did not realize that cards were cut off by the top. Sorry about that. But yeah, so you can definitely just use this as a standalone without diving into the deck. There's enough detail, I find, on these cards for you to be able to kind of like read them intuitively, but definitely with these keywords and the messages on the cards, I love that. I feel like it's a very user-friendly deck. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. Very user-friendly, fun, lighthearted. Thorns, weave together the crown you deserve. Spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. So just very cute, very and kind of, they are empowering. They are to the point, lighthearted, fun cards. And I think I'm gonna leave it there. I don't think I want to keep going on about this. So if you are here and watching, thanks so much for watching and being here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry about my little rant that I had there. And check out more. Subscribe if you like this content. I'm always releasing new videos of like decks, other decks and stuff like that, and the 4K flip throughs. But in any case, thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I will catch you next time. Please take care. Bye.